Have you ever wondered what it takes for an entire generation to rise up? In Nepal, we just found out. It wasn't just a protest. It was a political earthquake, led by the nation's youth, that brought a government to its knees. For years, a deep-seated anger had been simmering across Nepal. It was the frustration of watching a political elite, perceived as corrupt and out of touch, enrich themselves while ordinary citizens struggled. The final straw? A trend that went viral, exposing the lavish lifestyles of politicians' children, dubbed Nepo kids, funded by what many believed was stolen public money. The contrast between their opulent vacations and the reality of high youth unemployment was stark and infuriating. Then came the spark that lit the fuse. In an attempt to clamp down on this growing online dissent, the government banned 26 social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. They thought they could silence the criticism, but instead, they ignited a firestorm. What followed was unprecedented. Tens of thousands of young people, a generation dubbed Gen Z, poured onto the streets of Kathmandu and beyond. Their message was clear: stop corruption, not social media. The government's response was swift and brutal. Reports flooded in of police using live ammunition, tear gas, and water cannons on the demonstrators. The violence resulted in numerous deaths and hundreds of injuries, turning peaceful protests into a deadly confrontation. The bloodshed only fueled the people's resolve. The protests escalated, with demonstrators storming and setting fire to government buildings, including the parliament and the homes of several senior politicians. Faced with a nation in open revolt and losing control, Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli had no choice but to resign. His resignation marked a stunning victory for the youth-led movement. But the consequences are far-reaching. Nepal is now in a state of political uncertainty. The army has been deployed and curfews have been imposed. The very fabric of the nation's fragile democracy has been shaken. This wasn't just about a social media ban. It was about a future that every generation dreamed of, and one generation dared to demand. It was a cry for accountability, transparency, and a future free from the grip of corruption. The question that hangs heavy in the Himalayan air is, what comes next? Will this be a true turning point for Nepal, or just another chapter in its turbulent political history? The youth of Nepal have shown their power. Now the world watches to see what they will build from the ashes.